Hi there, my pets. It's Mistress Suzanne reporting live to you from New York City. Just kidding. This is my new backdrop, and I am going to start filming a custom video. If you didn't know that I did those, yes, I do. And I love doing them, actually, especially when somebody that has requested one is as detailed as the person was that requested this one that I'll be doing, which is sort of a smoking fetish, fin dom sort of custom video. I really get into the mood, and then I ordered this backdrop, which is, this is kind of a test run to see how it actually looks, how it looks on camera, so that when I actually start recording my custom video, I'll get an idea as my perspective, where I should stand, blah, 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 which is why I'm doing a little shake. Anyway, so I thought, why not combine this little test run with an actual Dom topics or something else exciting to talk about or just interesting. And I thought about the fact that, what's interesting is that when I was younger, I used to attract older men. And now that I'm older, I attract younger men. So I always love it when that 27 or 28-year-old guy calls and he says, will you accept a younger guy? Because I'm only 27. And I tell him, honey, you're a fossil on the scale here. You're a fossil. I mean, most of the guys that connect with me nowadays are literally between, get this, 19 and 25. That makes up about, I'd say, 50% of my clients. And yeah, it's got me wondering a little bit too, like what's going on? What are these guys, how are these guys getting into these fetishes at such a young age? And there's only one explanation to me, and that is porn. Simple. Because I've actually had to ID a couple of people over the years now, over the last few years, that have come to see me in person or that have done live cam sessions with me. And, I really still don't even know half the time if they are of legal age, because there's parents putting money on Visa debit cards for their 15-year-old son to buy lunches at school. So, you just don't know what you're going to get. And just because my website says you must be 19 and over doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be 19 and over. So anyways, it's interesting because what makes these young guys so attracted to an older woman like myself? Apparently, I am the epitome of the MILF fantasy, the ultimate MILF. If only all MILFs looked like me, sort of thing. That's what people will continue to say to me. And then when I was younger, I attracted really old men. Really old men were into me when I was in my early years of being in the adult entertainment industry, especially escorting, of course, I guess that young, fertile, supple young woman. Although I don't get it, because apparently, once a woman's had a certain amount of experiences sexually, who wouldn't want a woman that really knows what she's doing in bed, right? Then again, who knows? I just think that the young guys being attracted to the BDSM or fetish world has got to be porn. It's got to be. Although there's one interesting observation I've made, is that when it comes to this odor fetish thing, like I'm talking fart fetishes, really, it is a thing, fart fetishes, or, stinky feet, stinky armpits, like, these are actual fetishes. I wonder, where did my generation go wrong we've put out all of these very young guys that are into this? It strikes me as kind of a little bit strange, because once you get into the Gen Xers, you don't really get that. I'd say my oldest odor fetish clients are probably in their mid-30s. And it goes younger from there. And I had a young guy the other day that literally had braces on. Came for an in-person session, had the money for it. He was 19 years old. Go figure. All he wanted was a stinky ass. I got a really bad review once because somebody had asked me for a stinky ass fetish session. And quite frankly, I'm very OCD. So I bathe like multiple times in a day. I change my clothes multiple times in a day, especially underwear. Like, I'm very much about being fresh. So to be stinky is already, it's a hard thing for me to be. Anyways, this guy had caught me first thing in the morning and said, oh, please don't have a shower. Please don't have a bath, nothing. Don't wash up. I'd like to come see you right now. So stupidly, I agreed. And I got this ridiculous review about how nasty it was. Of course it's fucking nasty. I haven't showered or bathed. You asked me for that, for Pete's sake. But then it went on to, it was such a contradictory review because it goes on to say about how he loved it so much, though, that he masturbates to it or jerks off thinking about it all the time still. So to this day, when somebody asks me for an odor fetish session, guess what? I go and I scrub the shit out of myself still. I'm not going to go and be a dirty, nasty fucking person for you to come over and sniff me. No. It's kind of like a car driving off the lot when it's brand new. As soon as it leaves that lot, it's got mileage on it, right? As soon as we leave our bath, as soon as we leave our shower, our asses get mileage on it. Okay, there's bacteria and all kinds of things happening on our bodies. Like, you cannot smell like a fresh rose and a fresh flower for the rest of the day because you had a shower. No. So, yes, when somebody comes over for an odor fetish or wants me to have a stinky ass, I go and I bathe. That's right. Go ahead, stick your nose in my asshole after. I'm pretty guaranteed that there's going to be some kind of scent there besides flowers. Okay? But don't ever, ever ask me not to bathe in the morning so you can come over for an odor fetish session and then review me poorly. Because that's just, yeah, not cool, not cute, not nice. Anyways, that being said, back to the age thing. Yeah, I attract younger men. It's a real pain in the ass that's why I don't go out clubbing or anything like that. I'm way too old for that. And I end up with some young guy next to me that's, you know, so young. And I'm like, wow, you're basically younger than my oldest kid. Like, no, thank you. It's like playing house with a guy that young. You know, basically we already know what it is. We're going to fuck, and that's going to be it. And I'm going to be your ultimate MILF fantasy. So you know what? How about I direct you to my website, and I'll dominate you instead of fucking, and you can pay me for it. Because it's not happening, honey. So, porn is really doing us in. And older guys, I still have the occasional older client. I love the older clients because they actually have money. The young guys are always like, oh, you know, I'm in school, and I got to pay for my bus fare. Fuck you. If you can't afford me, like I've said in other videos, don't call me, right? Anyways, have a nice day. Kisses. And also a special shout out to my pet, my little cum-eating pet, who bought me this lovely white top. He buys me gifts consistently off my Amazon wish list, which I will put the link in the description below of the video. In case anybody wants to surprise me, I do love gifts, and they are gifts. They're not to be expected to be a trade of anything, but that's what they are, gifts. And also for the person who ordered the custom video, who's been apparently following me for a while, and also bought me a gift a few years back, a really nice jacket, and recently sent me some boots, which I'll be wearing in my custom video as well. Thank you for those as well, and for inspiring me to buy this lovely backdrop.